What up, y'all? All right, so listen, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you to everybody for the love and the support surrounding Word and Water. It's been overwhelmingly encouraging. It's just been a joy to see the response to this project. So thank you all for that. And as I've been processing the experience of the listener, your experience, I'm thinking about how a lot of the things mentioned in the project can sound new or novel, but I think this is a good time to remind us all that we were handed a version of Christianity from those who were older than us, and they were handed a version of Christianity that they inherited from people that were older than them. And by and large, in the American context or in Western Christianity, we have all been trained to believe one thing about baptism, and we were not exposed to what the ancient church taught about baptism. We were not exposed to what the Eastern church thought about baptism. We were mostly given the things that we all generically think about when we think about baptism. We think about it as an outward sign of an inward change. We think about it as our first act of obedience. And God has done beautiful things in all of the American denominations as it relates to reaching people with the good news of Jesus Christ, as it relates to preserving the reality that baptism is a part of the Christian conversation, that baptism is a part of the Christian life, I guess I should say. So I want to respect that. I want to honor that many good pastors and laypersons alike have sought to take the scriptures seriously. But I will confess that what we all inherited was limited. It was pre-filtered, if you will. So at some point, decisions were made, unbeknownst to many of us, most of us, and we had no idea that the saints of old, the patristics, the early saints, interpreted the scriptures concerning baptism very differently than how we do in just the generic American church or in Western Christianity. So we've sort of given primacy to our interpretation, and we stand on it, right? I can appreciate us attempting to be faithful to what we've been handed down. But what I also want to say is I think this is a healthy time and a safe place for us to reopen that chapter and to revisit the subject of baptism and to see, man, were we given a version of Christianity that was pre-filtered unbeknownst to ourselves? And I want us to feel safe to go there. We can obviously do it prayerfully. I want everybody to be a good Berean. If I'm saying something that's not in the scriptures, by all means, dismiss it. I want this to be rooted in scripture. And if it's not, let's dismiss it by all means. But if it is in scripture, though, let's honor it. Let's at least have the posture of heart that says, man, let's approach the text. Let's approach church history with a sense of humility to see, did we miss anything? I will argue, yes, we did. And the things that we missed, we aren't benefiting from. We aren't drawing necessary joy and comfort from those teachings that are sort of hidden from us. We aren't drawing the peace of mind and the encouragement and the gospel light and hope and the strength and the supernatural power from the realities that are nestled in what baptism really is. And again, I'm arguing that by and large, we're missing out. Are we still functioning and doing great things for the sake of our neighbor? Yes. Is God still using us greatly? Yes. But I do think there's more there. So that's why I put this project together so we can talk about it. Ultimately, for the sake of our joy and for the sake of our freedom as we move into the world to serve our neighbor. So with all that being said, look forward to much more content. I will be unleashing a host of podcasts and discussions with theologians and scholars and pastors and laypersons who are knowledgeable on this topic beyond myself, who've been thinking about it a lot longer than I have, praying through it, practicing it on the local church level. So yeah, so gird up for all of that. A lot to come, trust me. So again, pray that God will give you sight, that he would give you an open heart, that he would give you discernment and wisdom, and that he would give you eyes to see a true thing, and that you would not be intimidated to re-examine the scriptures, that you would not be intimidated to see if there's something there that perhaps was filtered out, decisions made for us in advance. So just know that, talking in circles, but you get my point. So anyway, thank y'all once again. Much more to come. Stay tuned. So if you haven't heard the project, make sure you check it out. Word and Water. It's available on all digital platforms. Word and Water, Flame. Search that. You'll find it. And we got the music video out. Shout out to G Rose. Why Wait? It's out right now on YouTube. Make sure you check that out. I love the record. It turned out really well. And I can't wait to perform it and hit the stage. So yeah, again, much more can be said, but we'll get into it. You feel me?